As mentioned off camera, Leonardo did win the roll, and this could be absolutely huge.
I really enjoyed this deck, especially because I got the chance to see the deck combo and in action in one of the interviews for our combo tutorial with Giovanni Barone, and let's see here the first Fuvalos being activated from Nicolas.
On Abakiri could be huge. It's not so strong against the pure Mitsurugi version, but against the Orcus cards, you have to give them so many draws if you want to use. And I think he's thinking, but no, we are going to get this draw off it. And yeah, that's big.
I mean, yeah, the Fuvalos here is very, very good, especially considering the fact that playing Dracotail, you want to have access to this 5 mana going second, you want to have access to those monsters to perform the fusion summon and to be able to disrupt your opponent. So this is going to be huge. And speaking about the 5 mana, what do we see in his hand right now? That's a huge draw, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say losing the die roll must not feel great, but then look at the Fuvalos uncontested deck throws you that 5 mana. This game is really open. And are we gonna get a response? Probably not.
No response, so we are going to be able to special summon the Habakiri. And from the side of Nicolas, it all revolves around the ability to disrupt at the optimal timing, while Leonardo is going to be just forced to do some summons, forced to try to play a little bit. The real question is, how much do you play? Because we've seen that before. If you play the whole Orcus Mitsurugi field, I mean, you are going to give a lot of draws, and you don't want to do that against Dracotail, so...
Absolutely not, but this 5 mana is gonna be extremely problematic, because, I mean, how do you not play through the Fuvalos, but then not get it by the 5 mana? That's really a big ask, but for now Leonardo doing his thing. As you can see, able to set up both rituals and get, you know, a hold of a lot of cards. Luckily for him, he didn't really draw any Orcus card, it seems, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any piece of that engine. And yeah, we can access the Magadama. Is he playing the Purification in the main deck? Maybe just siding?
He's siding it, yeah.
Makes sense, because otherwise we probably would have seen the Magadama and with normal summon a Fuvalos.
So yeah, there's nothing, no response, and we are going to perform a Link Summon, of course. We want to access the extra deck, and it's going to be the IP Masquerina, one of the key pieces of the Mitsurugi Enfield.
Ah, but we do have actually one piece, Hard Drawn Crown. That's
good.
Actually pretty interesting here. Yeah, Ward Crown is obviously an engine piece that you search at the end of the combo, as we saw already on stream. Nicolas doesn't actually even read it, which is nice to see. Must have some good knowledge about this Orcus card. But essentially, when a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck activate the effects, you can negate and destroy. And I think we 5 mana here, no?
Yeah, we have to do that. We have to do that, but yeah, this is a pretty impressive field under Fuvalos, to be honest.
It is, but 5 mana, depending on what Dracotail cards we have, could completely disrupt this.
Urgula would be amazing here, because you want to just get one set card out.
And
we have the Cartesia.
Cartesia is not ideal.
Yeah,
I mean, Mululu is actually pretty good. Let's see, because we are gonna use Artalion first, targeting Mululu and 5 mana, and then we are gonna use this Mululu.
So of course, for those who don't know Mululu, the effects of the card will be negated, but forever.
Yeah, forever is forever.
Yeah.
There's no way out. There is no way out. And yeah, here we actually get rid, makes sense. I mean, probably going second especially, you don't really need many of these spells, as you can just search them out. And I'm assuming we're gonna go over the IP here with the Mululu.
Yeah, probably it's gonna be the case.
Yeah, because like Murakumo doesn't really do much. It's gonna get tributed and brought back. So cutting Leonardo off. It's interesting.
Play
And
Sting in the
wow.
main deck.
Yeah, it's a very nice play, actually. I like it a lot. As you can see, we negated IP, and then we set up the Sting, which means that whenever Leonardo is going to try to use, for example, Magatama and tribute off this Murakumo, we just don't care.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's very interesting. That means that Nicolas was ready to deal with some graveyard, especially the Mitsurugi one, but also, for example, the Yumi one. You can just disrupt them and be really annoying.
At the same time here, as you can see, Leonardo still in the main, can upgrade into the SP, gonna give a draw to Nicolas, but decides to go for the Artalion. This is also an interesting choice. There definitely was merit to getting rid of the Sting, I feel like.
I would also have done the same, but...
yeah, that's a pass, I think.
Yeah.
And unless we picked up yet another card, I think, yeah, we're just gonna draw a card. Let's see if this decision to go over Artalion instead of Sting is gonna pay off. Again, face down, we know for sure the Magatama on the one end. But how do we play around the Sting?
Oh, that's a very good way to start things off, because the K2, of course, will allow Nicolas to just search a piece and also perform a fusion summon, since Leonardo got some monsters on the field.
Yep. And here we are gonna discard an Ibiru for that Murakumo. And I mean, it's looking pretty good. We know Mululu is in the end, 5 mana as well. And wow, we go for free. What did we pick? Oh. Yeah.
No, it just has to search first.
Of course.
Maybe you can just search the Urgula here to just get rid of one of the spell trap. Yeah, this is the case.
Makes
of course,
a lot of sense.
Of course.
And yeah, obviously order matters. So Urgula is one of it, and it seems like he wanted to go for 4. But maybe a change of heart.
Yeah, the Cartesia as well.
Yep. And it's free. Okay, changing his mind at the very last moment. But oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, here just checking if, if that was the case, if the Gulamel was summoned or not, or otherwise the Artalion.
No, but you cannot summon the Gulamel because Gulamel can only use one monster.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter, I mean.
Yeah.
If there was the option, I agree, maybe, you know, we would have been forced, but luckily for Nicolas, yeah, Gulamel only says one specific monster, and since he used 3, he cannot really go for it.
And imagine being in that situation, you know, picking the wrong card, but luckily it was fine. So a bit of a roller coaster here, but everything's fine. So here he's going to be able to just try to disrupt Leonardo's field, and we are going indeed to chain the SP, of course.
Yep. Again, not that it matters all that much to me. Sure. You're gonna still get your hands on the rest of the engine, the Ketu, and then if Leonardo doesn't use this Magatama, there is a 50-50 chance of losing it, and he is not using it. So let's see. Big 50-50, because he could be out of interruptions. Okay. And that's probably the Mululu. Now, not that it matters really. And then we are going for Flame maybe, or Horn. Is it Horn? Huge 50-50. What do we hit?
It's gonna be this one. Which one?
Oh, the Magatama is sniped. And yeah, now we get back so many resources. We have not normal summon, so there is Cartesia, there is still that 5 mana. Yeah, it like this deck can really grind well, and especially when you play the Sting, it seems like the flow of traps doesn't really stop. No response here, so we can keep on going. Raw resolves, we can get Pan if we want to just get rid of the Murakumo that way.
Yeah. I think that you can just probably go for game if you get rid of the Murakumo.
Yeah.
You can get enough attack points so that you are able to end the game on the spot. And I think that's what Nicolas is going to try to do
I
there.
mean, we just go, for example, Gulamel Pan, and then we can pop both Murakumo and the face down, and that could just be what we go for now.
Yeah, because one quite in
Yes,
Leonardo, honestly.
Makes
just,
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Unless we are getting chain blocked, here we can just activate both. If Leonardo says okay, we chain Gulamel. That's what Leonardo is thinking about. But I mean, yeah, makes sense. We're gonna tribute off this Murakumo, and here I think we can chain the Sting.
Yeah, literally.
Absolutely.
Literally.
Yeah.
So Nicolas just thinking a little bit, but of course he will activate the Sting.
Very well played, setting up this one Sting from the turn 1 5 mana. And on top of that, we can also get rid of a spell and trap. Is gonna be the ritual. And yeah, we can resolve this chain. So first of all, it's Leonardo who is gonna get this search and summon. So yeah, I guess we get the draw from the Sting, and then we can resolve the prayers. But I mean, we are out of Murakumo. Seems rough.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nicolas playing his hand very well, to be honest, and navigating through the interruptions. And yeah, this is the strength of Dracotail, being able to use that 5 mana on the first turn, helped by the Fuvalos, of course. But you managed to just make a little bit less interruptions for the next turn.
Especially with the Sting in the main deck, that makes a lot of difference, because most of our duelists this weekend are siding it, and this is something that you don't really expect in the main deck, and it's making a huge difference, honestly, in this game one. And
yeah, just not only is it really good in certain matchups, but it just makes your grind so much better. The fact that usually one good strategy against this deck is to save, you know, Ash, Bell for the traps to shut that cycle off. But if they play the third, it's impossible. So yeah, just look at this. Again, we can normal. We have used both spells, which is obviously quite relevant. But
we still have the Cartesia.
Yeah,
to fusion
we have
summon.
Cartesia, we have 5 mana. So.
But this is a very bold move, in my opinion, to just put the 3 traps in the main deck, because this is not something that you really want to hard draw. And the fact that he still is here, I mean, 12-2, that's amazing, that's amazing.
I mean, it's a bold choice for sure to play all of the traps in the main deck, but I think at the end of the day, I think it's a safe choice for 15 rounds of Swiss, because on the long run, this is something that can really make the difference, having something in your main deck, which, you know, most of the players don't have. And this is indeed paying off for Nicolas, who is now essentially just
ending the game.
Yeah. And especially now, I mean, he's down to this very. I mean, there are 4 rounds remaining in the tournament. That's it. So these choices can help him, and this is enough damage, and that is it. Nicolas taking game 1. I mean, crowd advantage, of course, and we might have our first player locked in, only 1 game away, and he did this going second.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that earlier before the game, the fact that Orcus Mitsurugi can make such a strong field, but when you have the Fuvalos and also get access to the 5 mana, of course, you can put some disruptions, because your opponent is going to try to make you draw as less as possible, and you have the ability to force him to go further into his plays, and therefore you are going to have more pieces so that you can break the field after that. And we saw that during this game. I mean, yeah, the Fuvalos, the 5 mana, and after that you have a small field that you can. I mean, small field. It is big, but it is decent. Yes. It is decent. Yes. You don't have the IP anymore. You only have the SP, the second effect of the SP, and then with the horn, the addition of the horn. I mean, it was brilliant, because he could just literally just put everything away and just get through the victory.
I mean, he played that incredibly well, we have to say, and I mean, of course, the Fuvalos played a big role in game one, because for Nicolas having it against this type of deck, although there was not much of Orko's package, we just saw essentially one card. But on the other hand, Nicolas played out incredibly well, and I'm really looking forward to see this game too. And I would say that our players are ready, so let's jump into it.
Are we gonna see some Orcus action in this game? And I do see a great starter from Leonardo. The question is, do we have the Fuvalos again? And there goes pre-preparation of rights.
That is a great card. Lets you add 2 cards. So, oh, and there is the Gauss Bell here. Of course, you don't want to let that resolve.
Yeah, but I believe this was a bit of a bait because we already have Abakiri. There is Fuvalos,
but there
the
is the Ash Blossom. Great answer. This time Nicolas is not gonna be able to draw multiple cards and use the 5 mana, and all of a sudden you use 2 cards from your hand, but Leonardo is still going and trying to combo off.
Yeah, amazing start. And I mean, this now means that a deck like Dracotail that really needs monsters in hand to play is short of 2 cards. And Leonardo just needs the Abakiri to get things going. So this is looking fantastic for the Italian player.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very hard for Nicolas. As you just said, this is not really a 1-card combo deck. Dracotail, you want to have multiple monsters in hand, and being able to start with only 4 cards in hand is a bit hard for the strategy. So we'll see what he will be able to do. But still, maybe he has some more interruptions in hand. We've seen the Nibiru in the first game, so he might be able to just react to something else in this turn.
But yeah, look at the speed and pace from Leonardo. Not even been 2 minutes and he's already going through so many monsters. Yeah.
This is a speedrun, to be honest.
Indeed, but it makes sense. I mean, if there is one absolute worst-case scenario for this match, it would be ending with a double loss on the bubble. So I'm sure neither of them want this to happen.
And I mean, now, of course, compared to the previous game, this is definitely something that Leonardo was looking for, and what a start this is. Because Nicolas now with 3 cards in hand left, and now the Zombie Vampire, something that we don't really get the chance to see often.
And let's take a look at this. I'm surprised there was a Phantasma in deck. That's definitely not the most common choice against the Mitsurugi Orcus, but I guess maybe he knows that the Orcus are there and then it's good, you know?
And it kind of makes sense because usually...
There it is.
There is the Phantasme. That's pretty good.
That's
pretty
my
good.
Phantasme, yeah. And I mean, Zombie Vampire is really strong with Orcus cards, but it was kind of a whiff, unfortunately, from Leonardo. You can't really get things going like it, but what is plan B now?
I mean, you kind of want to keep the Phantasme on the field because it prevents Nicolas from just targeting with Artalion.
Yep.
But you could also use it as a link material.
Yeah, because you can definitely chain block it, so it's not so strong against the deck, honestly, but I mean, maybe he's just playing around Veiler and some, you know, possible interruptions in hand. But yeah, I think once more we will be cut off from Orcus. Unless there is something, you know, in the end that he has been keeping up until now.
But to be honest, Mitsurugi is still very strong alone.
Oh,
so
it is. It is for sure, but I just think that when you add on top those interruptions, it's definitely game over.
Yeah.
Especially when you have 3 cards in hand as Nicolas.
I wonder if he has something more like Nibiru paired with something like Veiler or something, because we've seen in the graveyard he's playing a lot of free spots.
Yeah. And in the meantime, wow!
That is something.
Wow!
We didn't see this go.
But isn't Phantasm? Is level 7 or 8?
Yeah,
he's level 8. Let me check.
Hold up.
I thought it was 7, but maybe you. I mean, it is 7.
It's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sure it was, but yeah, we're gonna obviously inform judges and
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna catch it real soon.
hopefully soon enough. But yeah, I think now is where they are catching it, and maybe that's what Leonardo thought. But yeah, Fantasma is indeed a level 7.
It would have been great, but
Yeah, and that's
Doesn't
what
work.
they are checking now. Not really the card you should be checking, is the Fantasma the one that matters. But yeah, that's okay. Now it has been caught, and yeah. I'm glad my memory doesn't fail me yet. I'm getting old, but not that old. And yeah, now we are gonna rewind a bit. And this changes a lot because, again, we said Leonardo was kind of cut off from the Orcust engine, and this would have been the bridge if Fantasmai was level 8. And now I think he's checking, was there an actual level 8? And no, I don't think so, because Pan, I think, is also. Let me check. Yeah, it's also level 7, so at least no regrets there. But
so yeah, he's going to just change his plans using the 2 monsters and yeah, performing a Link Summon using the Phantasme and going into the IP, of course.
Yeah, change of plan for Leonardo here, that he didn't have any access to the Orcust engine. And I think here pretty much soon play will be back to Nicolas with has 4 cards in hand, and we know that Dracotail really needs resources in hand. It's going to be tough for him, honestly, to fight this one back.
It looks fine. It looks fine for Leonardo for now, unless Nicolas has some very, very good card, and this is one of them. Starting off with the K2 is pretty good, of course. Oh, but there is the impulse, and this is very, very, very good impulse right there. You want to negate that. So only 3 cards in hand, and there is the 5 mana. Oof. But it means that you use all your cards in hand, basically, so you have no surprise, nothing else. This is some too good material, to be honest.
oh yeah, they are indeed. Could this be a huge upset?
I mean, Dioguda, of course, is going to deal with the set card. And the Australian is going to get back some resources, but is it going to be enough? The fact that Nicolas used 2 cards in his first turn literally hurts him a lot, to be honest. And that is something that I really like about the Dracotail strategy, is that the cards don't target the effect of the main deck monsters.
Yeah, that's great.
That changes so much.
Because it forces everything.
But okay, now we use the prayers. And yeah, in this moment, although you see them there, that bell is still in the graveyard, so we can't chain it. And yeah, then Leonardo is gonna also resolve the IP, and this is gonna be a huge chain of effects. Wow.
I wasn't ready for that, to be honest. I wasn't ready for that. The Gorgon of Zeal of Tonia, a card that, I mean, everybody was just wondering if this card was going to see some plays or not, and you cannot get prepared to that.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a reptile monster, but it's not the most important thing.
That's big.
Yeah.
Of course not, you're not gonna play around that, but I mean...
Very interesting card, honestly, that we don't get the chance to see often. I think this is the first time we see it on stream, and...
This is absolutely brutal.
And I think this is very clever to add that to the extra deck, because we know that the Mitsurugi don't really need the extra deck. The Orcust a bit more, of course, but you have some space to add some tech cards like that. And the fact that it just catch people off guard during the 15th round, it's absolutely amazing here for Leonardo. I'm
Yeah.
still shocked.
Absolutely. Look at that. And now, of course, thanks to the Urgula, we can get ourselves the 5 mana back as a material. And Nicolas is in a good spot. And no response here is huge. I mean, we can just go into, again, Gulamel, pop. It's still a really good position. And it will also be down to, as he sided out some of these trap cards going second.
I mean, usually, yeah, you sat out at least one of them.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting if he decided to just keep them in the main deck. But you want to see as many good cards as possible going second. You want to have some interruptions. You want to have some entraps.
And this makes a lot of sense. As you can see, 5 mana can also be used as a material, and it still get that effect. So Gulamel is gonna be chained, getting rid of the Abakiri. This is absolutely amazing, and wow. And yeah, that's also a very good play, because we are gonna use the Mululu to negate the Gorgon.
Yep.
And that way the protection effects are not really gonna work, and that leaves it extremely vulnerable at only 100 attack points.
That's not a lot.
No. And yeah, I think he's got it mixed up with Pan, but no, it's not gonna destroy it. It's gonna just negate it, and that's what's gonna happen. So much damage going Leonardo's way. Wow.
It's not game yet, but,
No, but
he is in a very good
nice
position.
setup here from
I
Nicolas,
mean,
honestly, that navigated through this very well. And I have to say, with, you know, now also with, I think he set the Sting, right?
He's really playing out of his mind, and
Yeah.
so many interruptions set up. I mean, exactly the cards he needed. We were like, okay, he's without 2 cards, and I mean, those cards left were pretty good, so...
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest,
No,
but
not at all.
he played it very, very well, having access to the K2, of course, trying to not bait, but get the impulse out of the equation was very, very good, and then he managed to just empty the field once again, like in the first game. And to be honest, Nicolas is a very, very good French player. I've seen him play before, and seeing him at that level of competition is no surprise. But yeah, he's playing very well, considering the fact that it's been his round 15. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and yeah, he does the right move every single time.
Long days of action here, and just making sure that all the math is correct, and just checking on what Nicolas' set cards are.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a sportsmanship here, showing them. There is Horn, and I mean, it's also going to show this thing. I guess maybe there was a bit of a discussion on whether he's allowed to ask, but regardless, this is a pass. Can Leonardo turn things around? He needs a lot of help, and
But
now
4
he
cards.
throws into the Orcust.
That's a bit late, but still, it's interesting for him.
Yeah, it's still a good card, but also there is synergy in the sense that sometimes you can tribute them off, but it's not really easy, because the Grave doesn't contain a lot of resources, as you usually want with the Orcus deck.
And you have some graveyard disruption, of course, because you've set the Horn for Nicolas, so he's in a very good spot.
But let's not count Leonardo's out. Flame is not, probably in deck or face down, and here goes the first actual Orcus card we see. We could just bounce it back if we want, and I mean, call it a day, but it's gonna be a bit of a mind game as well. And we do see the Horn, and that's it! Wow!
What a
an
victory.
ending. And yeah, I mean, wow, what can we say? What a match it was indeed. And I mean, Leonardo tried his best, was really shut down by the Fuvalos in game 1. In game 2, it seemed like he had everything going his way with the interaction between, you know, Fuvalos, Ash, but not quite what he needed. And in the end, through sheer engine, Nicolas was just able to completely dismantle his field.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it was very, very impressive, to be honest, because, yeah, he had the right cards, but apart from that, he played out of his mind. He played very, very well, and we saw why the Dracotail strategy was feared at first, because going first, it is, of course, good. You can set up some traps, and when you play those 3 trap cards, it's even better. But going second, you have so many pressure on your opponent, because you have, of course, these small Charmies, but especially the 5 mana, which can just disrupt the opponent and get your resources back. Nicolas playing very well, getting his ticket for the top 8,
Yes.
and that must feel very good for him being in the final top 8. I mean, what a duel and what a tournament for him.
Absolutely deserving round of applause. Gotta feel bad for Leonardo. I mean, still incredible run, and who knows, we have mentioned it already, as, you know, contradictory as what we thought was going to happen from the start. A couple of X-Crees are going to make it, so who knows, maybe we'll see Leonardo sneaking in. He was at the top tables all day long. But before we move on to analyzing what we just witnessed, Game 3 awaits us for the backup future match. Let's go there.